There's limits to what you can do when his body's been through it. You can't count him out. I just feel like Jake's too locked in, too in it, been in it too long. With in the last 5 years, who's been in it more? I think that matters. And what is he, 30 years younger? I just don't see this ending well for Uncle Mike Tyson. Speed, power, even at this point. Jake's not a little guy. Jake's a big fella. He's just fucking locked in. I think Jake's gonna probably dominate.
The reality is Jake Paul was beaten by Tommy Fury, a man that does not have the punching power of Mike Tyson, a man that does not have the experience or the movement or the ferocity or even the mental threat. He goes out very aggressive, overly aggressive, like he did against Ryan Boland, swinging punches like an absolute maniac. Mike Tyson might just catch him. Mike Tyson's going to bob and weave like he always does as the shorter guy, get on the inside, look for those openings and look to land some of those big punches. Could you imagine if Jake Paul gets knocked out? Oh my God. So this again, it's not Jake taking a risk. It's Jake being moronic.
Mike still got it. So he hits him, he's going down. I don't know how nice Mike will be, but if the killer Mike goes in there, yeah, he's putting him down.
Mike Tyson right now, off muscle memory alone, he can have a flashback, right? He can step on the wrong eggshell and let off a combination that can kill most people. No boy. He has the power and ability to shift organs in your body if he hits you with the right force, right? So I think he forgot more technique than Jake Paul has ever learned in his life.
And I heard Tyron Woodley say Mike Tyson could knock people out just based on muscle memory. He could trip over a cord and somehow knock somebody out just because he's a human weapon. So it's still a dangerous fight no matter what age Mike Tyson is. Imagine Mike Tyson goes out there and knocks out Jake Paul, right? Imagine, because that hand lands. His left hook or his body shot lands, he's putting anybody down. He's putting a rhinoceros down if he walks into this place right now. So it's a dangerous fight when you're matched up against Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, and I've been there and I was with him when he was getting ready for the Roy Jones fight. Kamaru, this dude's disciplined, dude. He's almost like us, he gets moody when he's in fight camp. He stops smoking, or he doesn't smoke as much. He starts to eat clean. He runs every day, 5 a.m. Remember I went with him one time, dude. I'm just like, damn, you run for 6 miles every morning at 5 a.m. It's like, yeah, man, it's good for the heart. And, I find peace within. If there's anybody that's super ferocious that could potentially put this dude out, a 27-year-old kid, it is Mike. Because Mike does go down to the body. Mike is not going to give that dude distance. Mike is going to go boom, 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 boom. And just remember back in the day when he was getting rid of people in 30 seconds. So I think that could be another thing.
Jake Paul, you are a disgrace of a man. You are the epitome of weakness. You are the scum of the earth. The fact that you even have a platform or anything of that nature is a slight on society. You truly make me fucking disgusted. And if I ever encounter you in real life, I hope that I just don't lose my shit and go to prison.
I think Jake Paul, shout out to Jake Paul. He's a great guy. He's very dedicated to sport. So I think he knows what it takes to be Mike Tyson. But Mike Tyson's always Mike Tyson. Like you said, people don't have a plan until they get punched in the face. So when Mike Tyson does that, I don't know.
But that's what, I just, the amount, is his team, how can we get people to hate Jake Paul more? Bring out Mike Tyson. I saw a video of him with a walking cane, dude. I've worked with Mike. He's an older dude. You see him hitting mitts and shit, but, Jake Paul's a young cat. It's a bad idea.
That's an interesting fight because, the age. The age is the big difference. I think if Mike gets out there early, he might be able to touch him up and send him to the canvas. But I don't know, man. The smart money is over there on Jake Paul. Look, Jake Paul came up as an influencer, but he's proven himself to be one of the best boxers of our time. That's the reality of the situation. And whether we want to hear it as fight fans or not, the guy knows how to box. He's strong, and he picks good fights that he can more than likely win. So Jake Paul got an edge. I hope Mike brings it to him.
Mike's Mike, man. He's been fighting since the 80s, you know what I'm saying? It's nuts, but one thing that doesn't go away is power. As a man, your power is like your last thing to leave you. So if Mike does touch him, it's game over. And Jake doesn't really know how to fight going backwards. So obviously I'm cheering for Tyson because, you know, it's Tyson, but you never know, right? It's boxing.
So excited about that fight. I want to be there so bad. Tyson, give me a ticket, bro. Ariel Helwani brought it up to me our last interview. He's like, everybody's so worried for Mike. This, and I go, why? He goes, because of his age. I go, what the fuck's that got to do anything? So I'm getting angry there. I'm like, I ain't worried about it. I said, Jake Paul better be worried. He got to mentally fight Mike Tyson. He got to get to that cage without having a heart attack. He gonna be scared to death. Tyson done this his whole life. He gonna be fine. We'll see how long his cardio lasts. First couple rounds, big advantage to Tyson.
Uncle Mike still has that punching power. He's still ferocious, and he will still come at you. You go out there and get put to sleep. Let's just go ahead and sign the death certificate of your career. There's no more career after that.
Jake Paul is an absolute promotional genius because he knows everyone wants to see him get knocked out, and he picked a guy in Mike Tyson who, yes, at 58 could probably still knock out, I think, most men on the planet. I look at some of those videos, John, that you were talking about, him hitting pads, and I'm like, are they fast forwarding this thing? How is a 58-year-old man still moving with that kind of speed and ferocity? Well, you're talking about Mike Tyson, who probably won the genetic lottery. So it's absolutely possible.
What I can tell you, Mike is a monster. And the only thing I can guarantee, Mike gonna touch Jay, 100%. It's gonna be impossible to Mike don't touch Jay. Let's see how Jay will react after that.
He's fighting a legendary, iconic fighter. A guy who's one of the greatest punchers in heavyweight history, one of the greatest punches ever with either hand, and one of the greatest combinations of speed and power. Yeah, he's 58 years old. Yeah, the end of his career wasn't too good before he got out. But one of the last things that go with a fighter is his power. Yeah. I think this is a very dangerous fight for Paul.
Mike Tyson, what he does is two-dimensional. He's going to come at you, trying to knock you out. Now, you got to try and stay away from him, stay away from his power. I seen him working out the other day, and he throws some good combinations. So those 6-punch combinations, he has to make sure, I'm talking Jake Paul, make sure that he's not in the way of those punches, because Tyson's a real fighter. Oh yeah, no, Tyson can throw a punch, he can take a punch. So, he's doing something that he's used to.
Can Mike Tyson do it? And a big part of these fights is, does the guy believe he can do it? Because both Jake and Mike both know already who's going to win that fight. But does Mike think he can do it? Is there any number, including $40 million, where Mike Tyson will sell his legacy? Because that's what's on the line. Is there any number, including $40 million, where Mike Tyson lets a guy from YouTube get the jump on him? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't know Mike very well, but I feel like I know him well enough to know that. He thinks he can win the fight. He's going in to win the fight. And the only reason that we care about this, because we want to see, is he right? Can he do this?